guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another introduction for Project Pan here on my channel. I am actually going to join in on the whole collection Project Pan this year, and I'm very excited to do so. But before we jump into any of the details, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just start talking about this project. So this project was originally created by BeckyLovesKanga. She is finally back on YouTube, I think a bit more regularly, which is awesome. I think she took a break when she was doing her PhD, I believe. But like I said, she is back a bit more regularly now, which is awesome. So I will have a channel down below. But the two people who spread this across the panning community are, of course, Emily from Emily and Max, as well as Sarah from Sarah Sapphirine. I'm very excited to join in this year, and as well as Becky, I will have those two linked down below as well. So everyone does this project a little bit differently. I think maybe this year the rules have changed for some people, but I'm gonna do this kind of more old school, but I will of course have a few rules for myself as well. So the base of the project is basically that you roll 10 products completely random in your collection. So what I've done is I've taken every single pan and product and everything in my collection, and I put that into a spreadsheet on my laptop, which I have here next to me. And I've taken every single pan in an eyeshadow palette. If a highlighter palette has several pans, I've taken every single pan in there. Every highlighter, every foundation, every powder, everything like that is in the spreadsheet. So there is quite a few numbers. So what you do is you randomize from this list, so you can literally work on anything in your collection, which is, I guess, the scary part of this project, but I feel like I'm ready to do it now. And if I do get something that I'm not ready to pan, or I'm really terrified of panning, I might just put a usage goal on that instead. And kind of deciding on that is probably what pushed me to join in this project. But what my rules are going to be is basically working on 10 products like everyone else. I have set for myself that I don't want more than 3 products in each category. So no more than kind of 3 eyeshadows, 3 blushes, 3 highlighters, which would be very unlikely because I only have 10 in my collection. But you get the point. No more than 3 from each category. Lip products too, no more than 3 lip products, and that's including lipstick, lip gloss and lip liners. Oh, and liquid lipsticks as well, because I do have them as well in my collection. But yes, so that's basically my main rule. Then when it comes to the actual goal of the products, there will be a wide variety of kind of goals. So I will have some that I want to pan on, some that I want to use up completely, and then some, like I said, that I will have a usage goal on. I will still try to push myself with a usage goal, so I'll probably have something like 30, 50, 100 uses depending on the product. So yeah, that's basically the project. So I'm going to take out my laptop and start randomizing my products, and like I said, if I do get more than 3 from each category, I will re-roll, but hopefully we'll get through them quite quickly. So currently I have 827 products in my whole collection spreadsheet. I know that about 550 of those are eyeshadows, so there is a high chance that I have to re-roll if I get those eyeshadows, because literally more than half of the spreadsheet is eyeshadows. But if I do have all 3, I might just take out those numbers and randomize from what is below eyeshadows, because I keep my eyeshadows at the top of the spreadsheet. I have also decided that cream eyeshadows would also be included in the 3 eyeshadows, so that if I would get like 2 pan eyeshadows or like powder eyeshadows and then 1, for example, pink pot, that would still count as 3. So that's how I want to set it up, but I'm just gonna go put in 1 to 827, and let's just start randomizing. So I've put in all of the numbers here, and let's just go ahead and pick the first product. I'm very excited. The first product is 661. So number 661 is actually a concealer, and this one comes from Makeup Forever, and it's my full cover concealer in the shade 6. So that's going to be my first product. My second product will be number 93. And 93 is definitely an eyeshadow because, like I said, I keep them at the top of my spreadsheet. But 93 comes from my Anastasia Prism palette, and it is the shade Parallel. The third item will be number 287. That should probably be another eyeshadow, so let's see which one that is. So 287 comes from my Juvia's Place Magic palette, or Magic Mini palette, and the shade is Faso, which is quite good because I'm actually working on another shade in that palette in my Palace eyeshadow currently, but that is going to be the third item. The fourth item will be number 232, so that should be the last eyeshadow, and 232 comes from my Colourpop Dream Street palette in the shade Water Bearer. So with that, we have picked my 3 eyeshadows. So what I will actually do now is change the numbers between, so the first thing after my eyeshadows is my eyeliners, and the number for that is 572. So I'm going to change and put in 572 to 827 and randomize between those numbers. So the 5th item will be number 814. So 814 is a lip product from Chanel. This is one of the kind of lip stain liquid lipsticks in the shade Creative. I had this in my shop and stash end of last year, but I'm happy to roll that in again, so that is going to be the 5th product. The 6th product is going to be number 785, and 785 is another liquid lipstick, and that is the liquid lipstick from KVD Beauty in the shade LUV. So the 7th product is going to be number 698. So 698 is my last lip product, and that is a lipstick from MAC in the shade Snob. So as I keep all my lip products at the end of my spreadsheet, I'm gonna change my numbers again, because my first lipstick start at 668, so I'm gonna now put in the max at 667, just so that we don't randomize any more lipsticks. So the next product, which I believe is number 8, yes, number 8, is gonna be number 658. So number 658 is a product that I actually just have in my shop and stash, and that is my primer from Chanel, which is the Le Blanc de Chanel primer. And I also have this in my makeup products I want to use up in 2021, so that's actually great. So that's, yeah, I'm happy about that product. But the 9th product is gonna be number 611. So number 611 is a blush, and I was actually surprised why I didn't have any blushes yet, because I still have, I think, 34 blushes in my collection. But number 611 is the blush from Benefit in Gold Rush. So we have come to the final product, and let's randomize and see what that is. That is 641. So number 641 is a highlighter, and this one comes from Laura Mercier, and it is the Highlight 01. I don't remember what the actual name of the highlighter is, because I just put it in as Highlight 01 in my spreadsheet. But yeah, I'm gonna get that as well as all of the other products, and I will be right back. So I have all of my products right here. So I'm gonna go in the order of kind of product category rather than the order I drew them in, because I can't remember which order I drew them in. Also, I just need to mention, I have an eyeshadow from this palette, and I said that I was working on eyeshadow in my Panos palettes. My Panos eyeshadows, which I am not. I'm working on my Masquerade mini palette, not my Magic mini palette, but I do have quite a few shades in here in my ATC project pan, and I believe the shade that I rolled actually is in that project, but I don't mind that, because that is more of a longer term project, and just having an incentive to reach the goal on that eyeshadow would be fine. So I don't, like I said, mind that, but that is it's something that I wanted to mention. But I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, and talk about products in the order of, or like in the product type order. So let's just start with eyeshadows. The one that was on the top of my list is the Anastasia Prism palette, and the shade that I got that I'm gonna work on is Parallel right here, which is just this really deep brown. I do have quite a few browns in my Panos eyeshadows at the moment, which is a bit annoying, but I don't mind if there's gonna be more of a long haul eyeshadow or product to work on. So that is going to be the first one, and my goal for, I think, most of my eyeshadows, unless there's like a really special eyeshadows in my collection, will be to hit pan, especially since I'm trying to hit 100 pans in my collection this year, and that is the eyeshadow. But yeah, my goal for this eyeshadow is going to be to hit pan on it. Let's just speak about the Magic Mini palette while we're at it. The shade that I got is the shade Faso, which is this one right here. I'm excited to work on another shade in here because I have quite a few pans. This one is kind of like a purple blue duochrome, which is really, really exciting. I haven't touched this eyeshadow much. I think maybe like once or twice I've worn it, but like I said, that is not a lot. But my goal with this eyeshadow, there is right there, will be to hit pan on it as well. And I just dug my nail in it a little bit, but that is where it is currently, so I don't have much use on it. Then the last eyeshadow comes from my Dream Street palette, and this is a collaboration between Kathleen Lights and Colourpop. And the shade that I got is Water Bearer, which is probably the shade that I am most worried about working on. This is like a really, really deep, like bluish teal. And again, I haven't even touched this eyeshadow much. I feel like it is a shade that I can incorporate more now than I could like a year ago, because I've been more comfortable playing with colors and stuff. But that is just swatched as well, and it is, like I said, a really deep color. It is quite similar to Untamed, which is something that I'm trying to hit pan on in my A to C product pan. But that is again like a full year product, so I can take a break on working on that and start working on this instead. So yeah, I'm excited to roll this in, and I think this will go really well with the Faso shade. I think, yeah, possibly. I mean, it is a purple and like a purplish blue and a greenish blue, but I think pairing those two would be a fun combination. But that is the 3 eyeshadows that I'm going to work on, and I'm really excited to hit pan on some more eyeshadows in my collection. Let's go to base products next. I have one highlighter and one concealer. The concealer that I rolled in is my Makeup Forever full cover concealer. This is not one that I wanted to work on this year, because I have a few other, like another concealer that I wanted to finish up this year, but this is actually getting quite old, so why not try to finish it? I know that will take quite a while. I know this is going to be a really long haul product because I don't use much of this, and I had this in a project last year, so I have my product lines there, and honestly I don't think I reached for this since that project. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off like use some nail polish remover, remove those 2 top lines, and use the bottom one as my starting line, because that is where I'm still am. So my goal with this will be to use it up. I will probably in this project give myself like 5 vetoes. If I at some point feel like I can't hit my goal on something, I can roll it out. I will still give myself like a real chance to hit that goal, so I won't like roll this out next month or anything. But let's say I'm like quarter through the year and I haven't reached for this at all, and I just can't see myself hitting goal on this, I will probably roll it out, if that makes sense. So I will have 5 vetoes if I feel like I need them, but with this product the goal will be to use it up. The next product that I'm going to work on is the Le Blanc de Chanel primer from Chanel, and like I mentioned, funnily enough, I've been working on this in my Shop My Stash, and I also have this in my products that I want to use up in 2020, not 2020, 2021, sorry. So this is a really great product to roll in, because it's something that I wanted to work on this year anyway. And I'm not sure you can see, I think you can see it right there. I did shake it up a little bit, but you can see the settle line right there. So I'm about halfway through the product, slightly less. So I still have quite a ways to go with this primer, but I do think I can hit my goal on this. So the goal with this will be to use it up, because I do want to get it out this year anyway. And I am probably going to mark this after I let it settle completely, so you will have a starting point for next updates. Then let's do the 2 cheek products. We have one blush and one highlighter. The blush comes from Benefit, and it is the Gold Rush blush. This is my newest blush from Benefit, and I do quite enjoy this one. Since I'm working on a blush in my year-long project pan, I'm not going to try to finish this or hit pan on it. I'm just going to put in a goal of reaching for this blush 50 times. Yeah, let's say 50 times, because since I'm working on another blush, I don't think I can reach for this every single day. So 50 should be a decent goal, and I think it will be in for a few months then, so that I can get a better idea of this blush and also get some more use out of it. So 50 uses on this, I think, is a reasonable goal. And I'm hoping you can see there is the blush. It's more of a kind of a neutral peachy tone. It's one that you can build up quite a lot, and I do quite like this blush as well, because it is something that I can throw on with basically anything, because it's more of a subtle blush. But yeah, I like this one a lot. The highlighter that I talked about before is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. I completely, like I said, forgot what it was called, and this is in the shade Highlighter 1, like I mentioned. This is like a baked kind of dome product. It's one of my favorite highlighters in my collection. I absolutely adore this product, but there's no way that I'm gonna hit pan on this or use it up. So with this one, should I also put 50 uses? Yeah, let's put 50 uses on this as well to hit my goal. I think that's reasonable. I was thinking about putting more, but since it is something that I can basically just use once a day, it's something that I can reapply really, more than 50 would probably be too much. So I'm going to put in 50 uses on this as well as my goal. And I'm hoping you can see down there that is the highlighter. I mean, it's basically like my skin tone, slightly lighter and just really sheeny, but I do like this highlighter. It's such a beautiful, more natural kind of sheen on the cheeks. Then we have my 3 lip products right here. We're gonna start with a bullet lipstick, and this one comes from MAC, and it is in the shade Snob. This is just like a super light pink. I'm gonna swatch it for you. So there you have the lipstick. It's like I said, it's a super bright blue tone pink. This is the type of color that I used to love wearing, but I don't really like wear a lot anymore because of the nature of the color of the lipstick. I think I'm gonna put 50 as a usage goal on this as well. There's still quite a lot of product in this lipstick, so I don't think I will use it up, and I have a few other lip products that I want to focus on this year, and I am also planning quite a few other lip products this year, so I will put in 50 as usage goal on this as well. That will include reapplications, so if I, for example, reapply 3 times in a day, that will be 3 separate uses. But yeah, just due to the color, I will still put it in as 50 uses. The next product also comes from Chanel. This one is one of their kind of, I think they're like liquid lipstick, and this is one of the Rouge Allure ink in the shade Creative. I do like this lipstick, but it's more of a summer color. I swatched it right there. Let me swatch it a bit better because I always forget that my wrist kind of bends when I turn it around. So let's give it a little bit of a broader swatch. There, hopefully you can see it a bit better, but that is it right there. It's like a peachier lipstick, and this is a beautiful color, and I would love to pan this in summer, but since we are in the dead of winter, I'm kind of torn on what gold to put on this. Again, I barely use this. I don't want to use it up. I might be really boring, but I'm gonna keep doing what I've just been doing and put a usage goal of 50 on this. I think that is a decent amount of uses to actually feel like you can make a dent in a product, but any more would just be overwhelming for me. I did try to use a kind of lip and cheek product 100 times in my roulette-style collab, which ended on the 15th, and that was very, very overwhelming. It took way longer than I thought it would, so yeah, 50 would probably be a good goal because I don't mind these products being in for a few months, but I still want it to be achievable to hit my goal on them. So yeah, 50 uses on that one is good as well. Last up, I have a mini from KVD Beauty, and this one is one of the liquid lipsticks in the shade LUV. Don't mind the packaging. I left this out in the sun and it kind of like bleached, I guess, the product around the edges, but this center here is what the color is actually like. And that is swatched right there. So it's another bright kind of pink lipstick. So it's, I have a really intense lipstick selection here. With this one, again, I'm gonna just put a usage goal on this. I might be boring doing that for all of my lip products, but they're all really bright colors, and since I'm panning other lipsticks, I don't want to overwhelm myself. So with this one, I think I'm actually just gonna put 30, because with liquid lipsticks I don't really have to reapply them as much. So 30 uses with this one would probably be more achievable than 50 on the rest. And yeah, I think that is a good goal. So those are all of the products that I'm gonna use. I have usage goal on 5 of them, which are these 5 right here. All of them have 50 uses apart from the liquid lipsticks, which I put 30 uses on. So those are those 5 products. Then for the remaining 5, I have 2 that I want to finish, which are the 2 base products, the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer, as well as the Le Bon de Chanel Primer. And then lastly, with the 3 eyeshadows, I want to pan on every one of them. So that, you guys, was it for this video. I really, really hope you enjoyed it, and I'm so excited to join in this project. I've been watching it for years now, and I wasn't really ready to join in, but this year I feel like I got a bit more bold with my product panning, and I have started putting a bit more kind of intense goals, I would say, on my products. So yeah, I'm just really excited to join in. And also make sure to check out the people I've linked down below, the creator as well as the collaborators of this project. And other than that, I really, really hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!